Okay guys, welcome to this section. In this section we're going to be building the news table. That's the database, the table for our news, where we're going to be having all our news. And we also, this is going to be the longest section, and I'm going to divide it to subsections. So I hope you've taken your coffee or whatever time you're watching this. I hope you've taken something solid to help you with this course. Okay, so let's go back to our database and create a new table. Sorry. So in the news, I'm going to create a new table and call it news. Okay, so this is the news class, so we need to make sure it's in line with what we created. Okay, so news, and probably just add 6 more. Hit go, and we should have 6 more rows. Okay, or columns. I think columns or rows. Anyway, I think it's columns. Okay, so I'll go with the ID. Then we're gonna go with the title. Not ID, title. Then we're gonna go with the content. That's the content of the post. We're gonna go with the added by, who added it. Then after added by, then the post underscore category, so which category the post belongs to. Then we're also going to have the post underscore cat underscore ID for post category ID. So we're going to be using the ID to fetch all those stuffs out. Okay, so after that we're going to have the post image, and after the post image we're going to have the tags. Then let's see, ID, title, content, added by, post category, the ID, the image, the tags. Okay, so we're gonna have a status, the status of the post, whether it is published or whether it is drafted. Then we're also gonna have the type of the post. So because we're gonna be displaying, when you log into the, when you just look at the news site, we're going to be displaying breaking news. Okay, so all those, like the recent news, all those news stuffs. So that's the type of the news, whether it's going to be a casual news or whether it's going to be a breaking news. Okay, so we're going to separate it based on what it is. Okay, so we have let's see what else we need. I'll add 3 more. Okay, so hit on go, and you should have 3 more. Okay, so I think we need the number of likes, num underscore likes. That's the number of likes that the post has. Then we have the number of comments, so num comments, and the final one, which is num underscore views. Okay, so that's the number of views that we're gonna show. Okay, so we have the ID, the title, the content, who added the post, that's who added the news. Okay, so we have the post category, the category ID, and we have the image, the tags, the status of the post, the type of post, the number of likes, and that. Okay, so the type of post is either going to be breaking news or casual, so I will just go with 100. Okay, so the status is going to be either publish or draft, so I also go with 100. Then the number of tags, we're going to restrict them from adding not more than 255. Okay, the post image is going to be a text, the category ID is going to be an integer, no limit for that. The category, post category, we just say varchar 255. Then added by is going to be a varchar and 255. Then the content, which is going to be a text, or let's just go with long text, or let's just go with text. Okay, so in case you want to publish this to a real functioning, like where you're going to create it for organizations, so I suggest you go with long text. Okay, because some people, when they start typing, they will go with more than a lot of content. Okay, so the title, we're going to limit the titles to 60 characters, so let's just go with 60. and the ID is gonna auto increment. So you're gonna understand how we're gonna set that functionality. So as the user is typing in, we're gonna be counting the number of characters that they have typed in. So we're gonna be using JavaScript for that. Don't freak out, it's just gonna be a little piece of code, okay? So we're gonna be tallying in the number of characters that the user have typed in. So once it's up to 60, then we're gonna disable we're gonna disable them from typing, okay? So let's go with what we have. So I'm gonna review it, title 60, content text, okay, no limit for that. And by default the post status should be let's say draft, okay? So draft by default, okay? So I'm gonna hit save and everything should save. Okay, so it's gonna take me to the structure. From there I'm gonna click on browse and we see how everything looks like. Okay, so structure, and I'll hit on the news, and this is what we have so far. Okay, so in the next lecture we're going to create the form where we can be able to add news to our to our website. Okay, so I was short of words. I'll see you in the next lecture.